Hello, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing amazing today. We've got a special collective message. Divine Masculine is coming home. Please remember this is collective. If you know in any way this isn't your story, don't make it fit. But for a vast majority of you that have been in separation, if you tuned into the reading the other day, Divine Masculine was on their way making the changes, the adjustments needed in order to really bring the two of you together. And ultimately, this is where they're at. So we're going to hop into this collective message. And thank you so much to everyone that joins in. Go ahead and like the video or subscribe if you find this resonates. And I hope you enjoy. So let's see what Spirit wants to deliver you about this Divine Masculine. Okay, so some are flipping over as I'm literally trying to shuffle here. Wow, Ace of Wands. The two of you are connected, fully connected right now. Whether there's no communication, they're about to come in. For some of you, this is either a water sign or an air sign that you're dealing with. You and this person both have been in separation, and look at that. Four of Swords in reverse, King of Cups in reverse. So the two of you feeling the separation, really feeling at a disconnect, hoping to be reunited. Your person's just been thinking of the right thing to say for a lot of you. If you notice the Ace of Wands, it's like deep in contemplation. Your person wants this to be the final return, like a once and for all, no going back. It's like, okay, for some of you, this person really felt like they needed to experience what it was like to go it alone. So notice how this is sideways. So it was neither up nor down. But we'll just do it that way so you can visually see it. But they had to figure out what it was like to go it alone. And they neither came to a conclusion whether or not they wanted to be without you or not. But now they know for sure, after possibly dating other people, seeing what it was like. And for a lot of you, figuring out that this twin flame union isn't something they can just go replace elsewhere. The connection that the two of you share is a deep bond. It's a deep spiritual bond. Your souls know each other, for some of you, from many, many lifetimes. And for a lot of you, if that's the case, this is finally the lifetime that the two of you get this right. That the two of you are reunited and for good. So that moving forward, you can focus on things like building a family, stability, leaving a legacy behind, things for you and your family to be remembered by. And it all starts with you and your DM. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. We've also got a lot of other fire energy. And we've got air and water. So we've got all the signs on the board. So look at that. Two of Swords in reverse. Four of Cups and Knight of Swords. In the past, your person was running. Your person was running away from this connection. But now they're okay. Now they finally get it. They get that their home is with you. That the two of you are really meant to build this long-lasting union together. The Hangman in reverse, the two of you have been really stuck at a standstill at this separation. And they know that it's time for this passion to be reunited. Knight of Wands, they're planning a really passionate return. For some of you, it's going to be a spicy night. They really want to get the passion reignited between the two of you as well. Say it's been a long time in separation. It's like, notice how the Lover's in reverse. The two of you are going to have to get to know each other all over again. I think your person's most excited about that, your DM, the fact that they get to rediscover what you like, what turns you on, what turns them on, sort of thing. But all your DM knows is that, say they've had other connections since you, there was no comparison to the connection that the two of you had. Like, the grass wasn't greener. And for some of you, it's like, even if you like cooked for this person or you took care of them, you could have really also been a breadwinner in the connection. This person could have realized that after going to other connections, that you were someone stable, someone providing. For a lot of you Divine Feminines, you were the type to say, let's split the bill or something like this. If you noticed your DM was paying too much or something like this, you were really all about that reciprocity. And your person could have gone after relationships after the the separation and realize that a lot of the people they were dating, or that karma, like, and their spirit team was lining up for them since separating from you, were people that just took from them, not people that added value to their life. You could have also been someone who loved to surprise your DM with little gifts, things like that, just appreciation tokens. You and your person both did this for each other. And if this brings any ease of mind to anyone, definitely get the vibe when they were with these karmics, there was nothing like that. And if there was, it was your person buying only to realize what these people were taking from them. So, wow, let's get more into it. Okay, Four of Cups, you don't see this coming. A lot of you, maybe even watching this reading, don't really see this coming. There's definitely no communication for a lot of you. But the change is going to happen very swiftly, for some overnight. 555 on the reading. Your person's just trying to figure out how to communicate. You could already feel their energy for a lot of you if you have them unblocked or you're looking for that type of communication. Now, it's funny because with the Knight of Swords before, this was your person. They were running away from karmic energies, relationships that no longer served them, people, places, and things that held them back. But that energy has now dissipated. Those days are over. Their option days are over. They know that they want to be with you. So the only fear that your person has at this current moment in time before they come back is just to make sure the fact that you aren't with anyone else. That you are single and you are ready to make things right with them. Queen of Swords there. They also want to make sure you're willing to let go of the past. For some of them, they could have really betrayed you, your DM, and you could have had a tough ending or walked away from each other with no plans of reconciliation, but just like the love in your heart. If you're one of those types watching the reading, that kind of relationship struggle currently, just know your person wants to make sure there's no resentments on your end. Your person has already overcome any resentments or past hurts they had towards you. Ultimately, your DM is literally just missing being in your arms. For some of you, it's like you cooked for them, you did stuff. They figured out going elsewhere, like you were the best cook. You did the best laundry or something you did for them. You did it naturally though. You didn't, and not, I don't mean like a mom role or anything, but look at that, Two of Cups in reverse. It's just like the other relationships, they just didn't measure up the way that you and theirs did. So, wow, we've got the Rebirth and the Tower below it. So for some of you, you could be a Scorpio or dealing with one. But this major transformation has happened after both of you have realized the extent of the connection. If you did have a chance to check out the reading I did the other day, it really just seems like that's the same person that's kind of clearing up those energies for some of you. You won't see this coming when they're coming. It's really soon. The only thing Spirit would stress is to make sure that this person has healed and that you have healed any past hurts, traumas, that the two of you are willing to take this next chapter together without either holding each other back or breaking each other's heart in any type of way. Making sure that the communication is clear. But your DM knows, for a lot of you, when they return, this person is going to want long-term commitments. Talking about moving in together, building a family, if that's something you two are into. And for others of you, just being together in a long-term commitment. Because this is both of your energies in separation. Feeling each other's loss. Feeling the disconnect, and for both of you, feeling emotionally unbalanced. So if your person, your DM was dating others, karmics, they were bringing that energy to their relationships. So automatically it was throwing those relationships off because your person still had you on their mind. And for a lot of you, you could have either been dealing with an earth sign, or we've got fire, or you could be those signs. But yeah, just really feeling like overall this person, look at that. They tried so hard in the past to run from you, only to realize that you are where their heart belongs. And now they're trying so hard to run back to this connection. For a lot of you, if they walked away from someone they've been with for a bit in between now. They could possibly even have investments, a house together, stuff like this. They are walking away with a bit of a loss. So for some of you, just something to realize that this person isn't coming with much, but they're coming with their love and they're coming with their heart. Page of Pentacles, they want to bring you a small gift. For some of you, it's definitely going to be either a promise ring or an engagement ring, some sort of gift to solidify the commitment and the fact that they want to stay with you. And this is crazy too, because it's like for you, if you resonate with this person being non-committal in the past, running away from when things got serious, this person now learned that they want to be with you. And it's like a scary thing for them to overcome or to realize, for some of you, like overnight. It's like been a long time coming though, but it's almost like spirit just finally decided to wake this person up, like snap of the fingers, like hello, and they finally realize. Two of Pentacles. Wow, so look at that. Yeah, this person isn't coming back with much, your DM, but they're hoping that you're willing to grow with them. This person definitely just suffered a loss. So if you know that your DM is walking away from either a job or an old relationship, something to come towards you, they just want you to be okay with the fact that they might not have too much to offer, but their love, and they're hoping that that's enough. But for most of you watching, definitely seems like that would be, because the heartbreak has been enough to be away from this person. Wow, look at that. See, they want to grow with you. Seven of Pentacles. They're hoping that the two of you can build an empire together, build a generational wealth together that you can leave behind for you and your kids and your future kids. This person's walking away from any karmic relationships, anything that previously held them back. For some of you, this person definitely left for a karmic relationship and now that has come to an end. Wow, as if that just flipped back out. I literally just shuffled. That flipped over and then flipped out. As if. Okay, yeah, so your person has put an end to any karmic relationships that they were previously dealing with. They could have had a couple open relationships. They could have been dealing with a water sign. We've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy there with both the cups. Yeah, Page of Cups. So they were dealing with someone that was a bit younger than them. But ultimately, your person realized that this person was making them an option. And your person wasn't even happy with this person in the first place. They wanted to be with you, but they were like, so maybe for some of you, divines, feminines, or say you're a masculine watching for another masculine, say your person literally left and went elsewhere. That person was using them as an option. And so ultimately, they realized, well, they'd rather be with you, so they want to come back and just try and make things work. Eight of Pentacles, they see you at home, happy, balanced, working. You've got a stable work and home life right now. And for some of you, if you have kids or you had pets with this person is missing that, missing being at home with you, remembering those times that you may have shared. But yeah, this person just ran away real quick from any past relationships that they were in. They could have had multiple casual relationships. I'm sorry if that's a trigger warning. Some people may not want to hear that. But know that that's a good thing, because they literally decided to put them all to an end and know now that they want to move forward with you. They're ready for that solid commitment. So this is really intense, and we're just getting into the reading. Let's get a few messages, see what your person wants to say. They definitely want to come in soon. We've got open up to me more. I love it when we connect on a deep level. So your person could also be waiting right now for you maybe to reach out. Or like I said, they're trying to figure out what they should say to you. For some of you, this person's already reached out though. And it was like there was a block in the communication somehow. It wasn't delivered. If that was the case, you're going to end up hearing about it from them like later on. They're like, oh, well, they did message or they did call and it never must have went through. Spirit did that intentionally because this person wasn't healed yet. if that's the case. They just weren't healed yet, but this person is now, or they are about to be, and they're ready to come back. But for some of you, it's like Spirit knew if they walked away from a karmic relationship, they were just going to bring that energy and that baggage right back to the divine relationship. So ultimately, there needed to be more healing done first. Welcome everyone just joining in. Go ahead and hit that like button if it's resonating, and thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you can take some messages out of this. But big realization for the divine masculine. Ooh, okay, there we go. So for some of you, this is why they haven't come back yet. They're healing over whoever this karmic person was that they were just with. And like I said, if they were with a karmic, this karmic made them an option. So they learned the hard way by them walking away from you to a karmic, that this karmic hurt them really bad. And then they really figured out, wow, what goes around comes around, and that they were supposed to be with you in the first place. So ultimately, they learned this the really difficult way. You were perfect to me. There you go. So your person definitely dreams about being intimate with you. We're going to keep it PG. I'll leave that there for you to read it yourself for a sec. But ultimately, just know that your person is really hoping to reunite with you. Welcome. Welcome back, Queen Jay-Z. Divinely protected. Welcome, everyone. Divine Femme Claire. Nice to see some returning subscribers in the chats and some new faces as well. This is a really strong message, though. I mean, your DM's going to be the one to be able to put it into words for you. But for a lot of you, this energy is just coming in so strong, so quick. And it's crazy because I had that channeled message yesterday. And to be honest, I had no intention of going live tonight. And I did a little bit of a live earlier. And then I had this intuitive download from Spirit. And it's like, no, you need to go. And so I'm like, okay, Spirit. So I like quickly ate. And then here I am. So yeah, I just think it's really important to get it out for you. And just know that this message, this only has to do with this ex, this karmic, literally karma. We don't even need to say karmic, karma. For a lot of you, you know your person left for a third party. That was the cause of the heartbreaks. Your person thinking that the grass was greener, that someone made better spaghetti than you did. But ultimately, you know what they learned? You make the best. And Spirit just told me to say that could be a pun or a reference for something a little more naughty too. So there you go. Apparently you got the best, and your person had to learn that as well. Maybe by going out and experiencing other relationships, other intimate unions, and figuring out where their heart belonged and where they had the best connection. That may be difficult for some of you to hear, but just know that's how you want to have your person, them truly knowing that no, there's no one else for them. They are ready to commit to you in this relationship. So let's get a few messages and see. And like for a lot of you, I feel like the ex too could have been the person that got in the way of the relationship. Like you could have been dating this person for a bit or a long time, and this ex could have came around, could have tried to entice your person back, and maybe they still had a bit of feelings for them. Maybe they weren't completely over it yet. So look at that. The first one says, I trust you more than I trust anyone in this entire world, sometimes more than I trust myself. So look at that. So Spirit wants me to say, for some of you, you told your person this was a soulmate union. You felt like the two of you were supposed to have this long-lasting connection, and your person was scared of that idea, and for a lot of you, they ran. As soon as they realized how deep the emotions went, how you could be the be-all, end-all for them. I mean, think about it. For a masculine, depending on their age, and if, say, they've had kids or a couple marriages, if they've had none of those things, this person is running as fast as they can. right? Even if they're in their 30s, if they haven't had kids yet or got married, they're still going to run for some of them. It takes a while for men to have this realization, and hey, sorry, no judgments in here. Same for women too. But sometimes it takes a while for people, let's just say, but we are specifically talking about your divine masculine, to have a realization that they want to settle down. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But this is the thing, for your person specifically, they weren't ready. When the two of you were together, they definitely were more looking for fun relationship than they were a long-term connection. And when they met you, this is what really threw them off, the fact that they wanted to have this long-term connection. But ultimately, it's like one side's telling them yes, the other side's telling them run. So I feel like for most of you, they ran to another person, relationship, or even multiple, and realized, okay, no, divine feminine, that's the person I want to be with. You are my best friend. You're the one person I know I can always count on. And look at that. That's exactly it. So maybe your person had to get their heart broken and had to be maybe let down by some people in their life to really realize how much you always had their back. How much they could count on you to be there for them. And you would always be there. No questions asked, no judgments, just open arms for your DM. So, wow, trigger warning for someone. I cried about us. I believe that's the first time that one's ever come out on the messages as well. And one more here. So if your person and you have each other on social media, we've got, when I see other people giving you attention, it makes me feel really insecure. And for others of you, they could just watch your social media if you don't have them on it. If the two of you had removed each other, they definitely keep an eye and know that for some of you, there's other people interested in you. And your DM doesn't hold any grudges or anything, because if they've been dating other people, they know that, I mean, for a long time, DMs were jealous. They weren't letting their divine feminines move on, but they were moving on. But ultimately, it came so long for some of them, they realized they needed to pull back and let divine feminine do their thing too. Now, especially for the DMs that are really healed, wow, we just had 2 on the live, because that's the biggest realization of the union. When your DM gets to the place that they realize, no matter who you're with or they're with, that the two of you are supposed to be together, and that ultimately that's what's preparing for that union, they start to let go of the jealousy issues and thinking, oh no, you're not moving on. Same way that you had to go through that. But for a lot of you, you were the person that started that reaction by letting them move on, by letting them be with someone else. I'm planning a surprise. So there you go for some of you. They're trying to figure out definitely a surprise gift or a way to surprise you and really reignite this connection. I want to be in a committed relationship with you now. I'm ready. Wow. So I was just splitting the deck to shuffle. But there you go. This person had a fear of commitment, and now they want to run right into a commitment with you. So for a lot of you, this energy is highly unexpected, but it's greatly anticipated. I definitely get that feeling that you're ready for your person to come home. And as if we just pulled, I know you are my person. So that's going at the top. There you go. Your DM knows ultimately that the two of you are meant to be in this union, and things are about to get real heated between you. If you used to wear like lingerie for this person or something, this person's been picturing that, thinking of the times that you used to spend together. For others of you, you could have just loved to do your hair a certain way for them or dress up. They really loved that about you, the way that maybe you did your nails, or you could have gave them like massages or scratches, something you did. They really appreciated that. They've been thinking about all those times that you really took care of them. Your DM is ready to come home to that. They feel like just a night or a thought of that is what's going to really just make them feel alive. Like alive again, like so like pumped and ecstatic, ready to take on the world. And it's just even the thought that your person's having of just the two of you reuniting. For some of you, this person has tried to be somewhere that you shop there, you frequent there. They've tried to run into you. Say this person's already been split up from their karmic situations for a bit of time now. This person has tried to plan either a meeting, or they're trying to do that currently. Trying to just naturally make it happen so that you might give them more of a chance. For a lot of you, your DM feels like you're going to be very much on edge or uptight if they just straight up reach out. But they feel like if you see them out and about, it's going to be like a love story reuniting. Like, you just will be able to let go of things you might have not been able to if they were just to text you or call you, versus you standing in front of them. Your DM knows that the two of you have this ability to really either like just in each other's eyes. There's something in the eyes or the way that you are together. You have this energy about the two of you when you're together, and your DM knows it. So they're hoping that that's the way that the two of you are going to reconnect. Wow. So I'm just shuffling, and it's literally I can't lose you. So that's DM. That's why they're coming back. That's why it was like, it doesn't matter how many people were in the past before. Your DM's a little freaked out. They keep trying to call you. It says they keep calling but hanging up. I miss you. I feel like, though, if you resonate with this reading, and even if you resonate with the title, like, literally you can feel their energy close by. You know it's close by. You know that they are returning to you. You can feel it. Like, ultimately, if you know this really resonates for you, you'll be able to feel the fact that they're coming home to you. And it's like, this time it's for good. This time you and your person have completed the lessons. You've done the work. You've done the growth. And you've done the healing required to come back together. Wow. I'm broken without you in my life. Can I come home? See, there's your DM truly expressing the fact that they feel broken without you. They feel like they're not themselves, totally drained. Okay, so quite a few has just popped out. First one says, you came into my life and made it so beautiful. You are the sunshine of my life, and I'm so grateful to have you. So really beautiful to see. Welcome, welcome, everyone just joining in. There you go. So where was the thing about calling and hanging up? It says, I often write you out a message and then delete it before pressing send. Totally sounds like your DM right now. Especially too, okay, Spirit wants me to say this. If you know that they just got played by the karmic, your DM's hurt too. Your DM got a bit of a taste of their own medicine is almost what it's like. And this person is now a little bit terrified of like reaching out to you because they don't want you to hurt them. They're feeling a little bit more vulnerable than normally they would be. For a lot of you, it's like normally your DM is very much masculine and could even be the type to be like emperor type, not really show their emotions. But ultimately now, your DM's feeling a lot more sensitive and vulnerable, and they just don't want to open up to you, and you reject them. They feel like that's just going to like break them. I often write you a message and delete it before pressing send. There you go. So that's definitely like for a majority of you in the past week. This person specifically has been writing out messages or thinking about what to say. For some of you, they could have called and hung up. For others of you, they had you blocked for a long time because of this karmic, and you're unblocked, and they're just trying to figure out if they should reach out or they should just leave it. Look at that. Do you forgive me for the past? Your DM just needs to know before they come back that you are going to forgive them for everything that happened. DM knows there's no one else for him. There's quite a few more messages here, so let's see what else came out. Your love has healed me in ways I never dreamed possible before. You are my guiding light. I love you so much. So there you go. I'm going to clear some of these up because it's a lot going on at once. But there's your person. Healing from the karmic who broke their heart, hoping that you're going to forgive them as they make their way back once and for all. Really beautiful energy. Your DM has grown too. They've matured so much. Like, you wouldn't expect how much they've matured, but they have. And this is why the separation was necessary, because during the separation, as much as you were broken and they were broken, it strengthened your DM. Your divine masculine learned what they want from a partner, from a relationship, and they learned the fact that they weren't giving you enough. And it's only when they went to this karmic that they really started realizing they wanted to put their all into a relationship. But by that point, they were dealing with the Page of Cups in reverse. So they could have dated someone younger than them, someone emotionally immature, and definitely someone who wasn't on the same wavelength of a relationship connection level that you and your DM were. So your DM automatically, it's like immediately saw the difference in calibers in relationships. And especially if they had a few karmics in between your separation, say they had a few just quick, fun, flighty relationships. Your person really was able, they want me to say that caliber. Love that, because that's not a word I would often say, but it's like the different levels of relationships, right? Those were like level ones. You're like the final level. The boss round. That's what you are, Divine Feminine. You're the boss. The boss round. But like in the best kind of way. Like the boss round where you save Princess Peach. And like you are the princess. You're the person for them. You're their queen. Literally, you are their queen. And you know the saying how they say you had to kiss a couple frogs to find your prince? It's like they had to kiss a couple lizards to figure out that they already had the true queen. Couple of snakes that snaked them over to figure out what they had with you. And this is it too. If they're still upset, they could really be finally feeling to what it's like to have hurt you that bad. Because ultimately for a lot of you, Divine Masculine ran into the arms of someone else in order not to feel the pain that they caused you. So finally, from this other relationship being over, not only are they feeling that pain, but they're feeling really the pain as well from the connection with you. Because for a lot of you too, your connection was a lot longer than their recent relationship or your recent relationship. But for a lot of you, this person had 1 or 2 karmics since your separation. And look at that. You've been the person who's been focused on healing, and your person very cold and detached from you when you first separated. They could have been in no communication for a long time, pretending they were happy elsewhere as well. This is really it too. If your DM knows they kind of ghosted you, left you back and forth or out in the cold, they know that ultimately they're going to have some explaining to do when they come back to you. And why they were so immature and flighty. And wow, I just had 4 wands in reverse there. So it's like they literally knew that you know that they were out just like partying and dating around. And now they got to come back like with their head down and explain what they did. And they know that you're going to be kind of pissed off about it. But at the same time, they're hoping that you still have that mindset, Divine Feminine. Does the love overcome everything else? When they come home, can they just stay home for good? It's like they don't even want to leave for the night after that. They want to be back for good. Wow, this is really beautiful though. 6 of Swords. This was you in the past. Overcoming the heartbreak, the loss, and the pain from this person, what they caused. Now this is your DM. They're on the next broken down ferry trying to get to you as quick as possible. But see, this is the thing too. If they just left you out in the cold, let you go through all that by yourself, all the changes, all the heartbreak while they just moved on or pretended they were just moving on. Ultimately, they've got rockier waters just for trying to do that. And what Spirit wants you to do, though, is just really be able to forgive them. Move in forgiveness and love. Like, if you truly love this DM and you want this reconciliation with them, for some of you, it's time to, like, almost let go of things. Because if they come back in and you're still, like, aggressive or holding on to past hurts, which could make you feel, like, frustrated, not wanting to communicate with this person, maybe having your guard up. Spirit's almost saying to let go of that and just to really see for the bigger picture. Do you want this person back for good? Because here they're about to come. Once and for all. And a lot of you know your DM. If you turn them down and you let them just be single on their own for too long, they're going to wander away again. But if it's truly your person, know that they will come back. But it's like, do you want to keep repeating that cycle in your life? I just know for sure that Divine Feminine, all of you out there are going to have some groundwork to lay. You're going to be like, Divine Masculine, you want to come back? Sure, but, you know, it's got to be a legit commitment. No ins and outs. This isn't In-N-Out Burger. Like, you can't get a piece of Divine Feminine and then check out and come back the next day. That's not how it works. You got to be there and you got to stay. But this is what Divine Masculine's going to tell you. And for some of you, I can already see it. Like, just going to be like, are you sure you're going to be good? You're going to be loyal? You're going to be committed? But just trust it. If you know this is your person, and for some of you, it's like you could have been in separation from this person for 1 to 2 years. Wow, this is a really specific message for someone. If you have never stopped dreaming about that person in 2 years, that is your twin flame. That is your person. And if they come running back to you and say, please make it work, of course, make sure that things are right and this person isn't just trying to slide back in and slide out. But for the most part, this person is here to stay. And they know they messed up a good thing when they walked away. When they left you out in the cold. For some of you, left you out like you never even dated. And now they got to run back. And for some of you too, if you're just tuning in, we had a message from the DM earlier that said, I get jealous when I watch your social media page. Well, look at now. DM knows. Your Divine Masculine knows he's got to run through that competition now to get back to you. Because Divine Feminines have glowed up and they're on their own path. And whether or not you're with any Divine Masculines or not, they just know that there are other people interested. And ultimately, they deserted a lot of you. Majority of the collective, the Divine Masculine truly did leave. But notice how that happens. It's like that was a collective thing. And now it's a collective movement that for so many of them, they figured out the grass wasn't greener. That what they had with you was real. That real love. That 10 of Cups love. Sorry if I just yelled. I literally just split the deck. Wow, look at that. And so, are you watching this right now? I can't even. Thank you, spirits. Look at that. With the two of you in separation, they know they'll never have their 10 of Cups. You are the missing link. And you know the same thing. You truly know the same thing. That this is your person. So if you've dreamt about this person the entire separation, just know that. That's your person. For some of you, it's like literally you communicate to them almost nightly, possibly. For others of you, it could be even that you just feel their energy or their vibration. You could have a telepathic type of communication. Some of you on the channel might be like, okay, no, never heard of that. Well, you haven't met your true twin yet. Because it's a real thing. Absolutely a real thing. It's like this. Okay, it's like this. You know how they say, here's a good way to break it down to someone who's like a non-believer. So first of all, me as a reader, I'm the same way as a person. I am a see it to believe it, experience it to know it type of person for sure. And so everything I speak, believe that I speak of utmost truth and like of what I've been through or know and what spirit shows me. But ultimately, I feel like your person in the past, they may not have even believed in all that kind of stuff. Maybe you didn't either. But if you truly have your twin in your life, it's like you can feel each other's energy. So this is what I was going to compare it to. You know how they say when like, say, an owner and a pet, for example, like a dog knows when an owner's injured. I know we're talking about a dog and a human now, but it's the same way as you and your person. Like, your person can feel your pain. When you have that heartbreak moment, those tears, you can really truly, if you're deeply connected with your true soulmate or your true twin, you can feel their emotions. And that'll mostly resonate for twins. Definitely not all soulmates is that going to be you can feel what they're going through. That's majority a twin thing. It would be a rare thing in soulmates, but there definitely are a few past life soulmates, long time relationships like that absolutely. And think about even those close to you grew up with. Say, for example, say you had a very close sibling you grew up with. For some of you, even you could have been a twin. I feel like that would be a thing. They would probably be able to feel each other's energy. And definitely if you grew up, say, a single parent and you were the only child, the two of you, if it was just the two of you always, you would feel each other's energy because you're so closely connected. It's the same with you and your twin, though, no matter how long you've known each other, no matter how little time, because you and your twin souls are connected. So your person definitely seems like the type in the past, see it to believe it, never believed that type of vibe. But ultimately, you and this person have been through those experiences, definitely during your relationship, during the separation, and definitely right now. For a lot of you, this is what has kept you or them both moving forward, but still knowing, feeling that connection. So I hope that could make a little bit of sense for you. But that is actually an amazing way to anyone who ever wonders if it's truly your twin. If you don't feel their energy, if you can't read truly their energy, and if you can't tell if that person is looking you in the face and being honest with you and stuff, because even twins, even if you experienced your DM being dishonest with you and then separating for a karmic, if you could straight up look your person in the face and know they weren't being honest, and you can feel their energy, that's your person. Because you can't just do that with everyone. Certain people, of course, you can have that discernment and you can have that intuition. But ultimately with your twin, it's like they couldn't put anything past you. And I feel like for a lot of you, Divine Masculine did not know that too. Divine Masculine could have been out having fun, other karmic relationships, or even since the separation, Divine Masculine could have told you there's no one else. But regardless of what Divine Masculine's ever said, you can feel their energy. You know, opposite to that. And now your person knows. Because as you've pulled away and healed, and for some of you, you've got other suitors interested in you, Divine Masculine can now feel that energy of you pulling back and those other people that are into you. So Divine Masculine's had a big realization as well that, you know, the connection you two share is a lot deeper than a surface level connection or just an intimate connection. It's like they can't explain that. For some of you, they tried to explain it to like their group of friends and their friends just did not understand. Say they have like a group of friends they've been friends with for so many years. So here we go. First one out. I've got a lot on my mind lately. Well, I feel like we could say that again. Definitely. And wow, okay. So actually, thanks, Spirit. Spirit saying you'll be able to feel that energy from them. Confusion, back and forth, pulling in and out of your connection. You can tell that they've got a lot on their mind lately, because you could possibly pick up on the energy or feel the same. And wow, Spirit just said out of nowhere, you could be feeling that energy being like, where is this coming from? And it's just constantly like surfacing in and out. It's definitely your DM. 111 likes on the reading. There you go. That was confirmation. Let me take you out soon. So there you go. That was the best way Spirit could confirm that, yeah, DM feels the energy. Pullbacks. If you are energetically letting go of them, they feel it. That could be why they've been crying as well. I can't understand my own emotions. This is something your DM's gonna say to you. Wow, I've been sending you the signs I want to talk. Well, if your DM didn't just reach out with the 111 likes, I mean, there you go. There's some things that are just so beautiful in this world that you just can't, like, there's no such thing as a coincidence. It's too coincidental, you know? So for someone out there, this truly is your DM, and your DM knows where their home is. Of course, for some people, this won't resonate, so please don't make it fit if it's not your story. But for those it does resonate with, this is going to be a beautiful reconciliation, engagement. For some of you, this person's already planning out where they want to propose to you. I want to be much more than friends. And wow, for some of you, this is what Spirit's saying. When they come back, are you going to be ready? Are you going to be ready to let go of any karmic stuff that happens, that they put you through, and realize that if this is truly the person you want to be with, the same way that your DM has realized, even if they were behind you in maturity level before, when they come make this offer, it's going to be a once in a lifetime thing. So Spirit wants you to realize that, to be aware as well. Like, don't bring in any of that negative baggage. Do your best to forgive and move forward with them, because your DM has made major changes in their life. And especially if they dropped karmic friends or relationships in order to come back to you, they're making sacrifices in their own. And there's a lot of things that you might not even realize. Says, I feel stuck. Literally, look, in a toxic relationship. I'm trying to sort my life out. Now, for a lot of you, this person's already left. And if not, this is what's happening. I've never felt this strongly about anyone ever. So there you go. Your DM is aware that you are their person. 2 more messages. I'm thinking about you at this exact moment. That's got to be the best one when it comes out. I swear, that is so sweet. I want to be in a committed relationship with you. I'm ready now. So that came out twice now. 2-2. Absolutely. And a double confirmation. Woo! Big energy. We're good. I almost knocked my light over, but we're good. There we go. Big energy. So your person's literally sitting somewhere thinking about you at this exact moment and how they're going to come towards you. Someone needs to get their person off block, move forward. And this is maybe what Spirit's saying. Be aware of the energy. Be ready to move forward. But if you know your relationship's toxic, then of course don't idolize this reading and make it yours. Keep them blocked and keep moving forward. But for a lot of you, your DM is healed. They've done the work. They know what it's going to take in order for the two of you to have this longevity now. And it took a separation, as much as you might not want to have heard that, for them to figure it out. So when they come home, wow, for some of you, they've already tried to figure out ring sizes, stuff like that. I feel like they're trying to send you signs. I'm not sure if, like I said, they could have been in the same place that you were at the same time. They could have maybe walked by your neighborhood, something like this, trying to get your attention, seeing if you would notice. But as well, at the same time, Spirit just wants you to realize too, this person is still overcoming this past relationship they did just end. So if they haven't ended it yet and they're literally just in the middle of doing that, of course, realize that they will need their little bit of time to heal. But this all comes down to divine timing. And that's the thing with the twin flame union. I feel like everyone's going to be like, more waiting? Like, seriously? More waiting? More separation? However long it takes for your person to fully decide to come back to you and say, this is it. That's it, right? Like, let them have that time. That's all you can do. And for some of you, you've moved forward. You've decided to let go and have your new start on your own. You felt like this person left you out completely in the cold and there was no going back for you. So I definitely know that resonates for one of two ways, but this was the message that Spirit wants me to deliver, that this person's coming home. So, Divine Feminine, now let's ask the question to you. Are you ready for this person to come home? A lot of you are saying F that while you're watching this reading. And a lot of you are saying you've been ready. I'm going to have a sip of my tea, pardon me. Thank you so much, everyone tuning in. Welcome back to all the returning subs. We got Jennifer, Ruthie, but yeah. And that's what I mean, right? Some of you are like, you don't have them blocked. You're ready for them to come home. But some of you, I know for sure that certain people are just kind of wanting to move forward. So it's to each their own, for sure. Definitely. And if this is resonating, go ahead and hit that like button. We're kind of just hopping into it. So ultimately, though, if this resonates, check out yesterday's reading because it was really to do with the fact that through this intense separation, why it needed to happen was because the two of you really found yourselves. You figured out your life purpose for a lot of you divine feminines, and you experienced a glow up after going through that heartbreak. But you know, wow, okay. They're almost falling off. This is the thing too. If DM was going to chase for what they considered to be a better option or an opportunity in love, as soon as they left, that's when your whole glow up happened. That's when your whole life did a 180 for the better, and the person, your DM, had no choice but to do a double take. Like, wait a minute, I'm sorry, what? That's my divine feminine that I just walked away from? And that's how it works. Especially too if someone didn't think you were what they were looking for. Spirit was like, this person's heart and good soul is always what you needed in the first place, divine masculine. And also, too, for some of you, this divine masculine needed to realize, you know, in everyone's life, you could always look at someone and be like, oh, wow, well, they're really good looking. Or they could always be, you know, a little bit what you consider better looking or a little more successful. But no one would be in a relationship then if that's how everyone thought. Because true people know that a connection and a commitment takes work. And it's that person that you find to work on that connection with. And a lot of you divine feminines already knew that, but your person didn't. And this is why they needed to experience the separation. For some of you to legit go date some karmics or some other people to figure out that, okay, no, if they're going to put in the work anywhere, it's going to be with the divine feminine. And so this is the big realization that a lot of them had. And for a lot of you, it happened pretty much like overnight. Not overnight, but like in a couple weeks' time. Whereas you could have been in separation for months or even years and wondering why nothing was happening. Well, what was happening was DM was dating other people as a distraction. So as soon as they pulled away from any karmic relationships, all at once, waterfalls of emotions. But like TLC says, don't go chasing waterfalls. Hi, too. Sorry, I don't know why that came in my head. But literally, yeah, it's like, okay, your person definitely could be a water sign. And if not, it's like there's someone who doesn't deal with emotions. So when the emotional outpour happened, it happened all at once. It really just like, woo. So your person realized like, okay, realization number 1, all relationships take work. Realization number 2, everyone ages. And realization number 3, there's always going to be what you could consider even, or they could consider a better option. But the fact of the matter is, if they keep chasing it, this person is going to be alone as well. Because the thing with your DM too is your DM kept trying to chase what they consider to be the better option, not realizing as well that they're getting older. I mean, depends on your story. This is collective reading. But your person could be in their 20s, they could be in their 30s, they could be in their 40s, they could be in their 50s. Imagine they're in their 50s and they're all chasing 20-something-year-olds and stuff. And you're like looking at your person like, what are you doing? But that's their lesson to learn. And hey, it happens. And you know what? There are a few couples out there where age is but a number. I will absolutely give you that for sure. And you have to, wow, totally relates back to how I was saying it's like one of those things you have to experience to know that true love and souls go beyond age. But 3D reality is, if you have a huge age difference, there are so many 3D obstacles that get placed in the path of the relationship that often than not, it makes it very difficult and extremely difficult to make work. But that's a whole other story for another day. But all I'm saying is your DM's having all these realizations that, okay, maybe they keep trying to chase the better opportunity, not realizing, hey, they're getting older. They're getting less attractive. What have they achieved? It's like, too, for some of you, your DM only made it so far in life. And then they keep trying to chase for better than them, not realizing that it really just takes a person to put the work in on themselves. And then you put yourself out there and dating and you'll find someone on your level. So when you and your DM met, you two were on the same page, then you drifted. It's like your person stayed stagnant while you continued Divine Feminine to really elevate. But that only could stay for so long. And the only reason that was happening was because Divine Masculine was choosing to deal with karmics. If Divine Masculine had been single like you were and spending the time to heal and level up on themselves, man, they would have been doing awesome too. But they stayed themselves stuck for a little bit, realizing after what they were doing. So now Divine Masculine for a lot of you has really caught up to the fact of what they were doing. And so it's going to be a big shock too if you were looking at this person in separation, knowing or feeling like you two were going opposite ways. You were maturing, looking for a family, seriously commitment. And you're like, okay, this person's just dating casually. What do they really, you could have been confused. Maybe for a lot of you, that's why you totally just decided this connection was over. You wrote it off. For some of you, said that's it. No more Divine Masculine. But ultimately now, just Spirit wants you to know that this person figured it out. So I had a few cards that fell. I was just adjusting the camera because they literally fell on the camera. And that's why the camera shifted before. My apology. There we go. Okay. So there's like 5 messages. They were literally beside the thing. So let's just look at them and see what we got. And then we're going to do a few more cards. I feel like the angels guided us together. I feel so lucky. We both need to take the time to heal right now, as hard it is to be apart. Now, if you're new to my channel, I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And honestly, I wasn't going to pick up these cards for the reading, but I noticed that the camera's kind of shifted and Spirit was like, pick up those cards. And so as soon as I picked up the cards, look what I picked up. I'm sorry I chose someone else. It's the biggest regret in my life. So there's your person acknowledging the fact that they could have chose someone else and they definitely regret it. Says, I want to marry you. They're in it for the long haul. I can't stop thinking about you. And we've got one more message here. I'm sorry for hurting you so bad. So there you go. This is it. DM really realizing now that they hurt you so bad, and it took them being hurt by a karmic, going through those other relationships to really figure out that fact that the two of you were meant to be in this relationship together. So let's see what their next plan of action is. Said something before about they want to visit you, they want to surprise you. Chariot. They want to get out of there. They want to go away with you somewhere, switch locations, maybe take you on a trip. You could be dealing with a Cancer or an Aries. We've got Taurus energy as well. Three of Pentacles. Would you look at that? They want to build a family. They're saying it's family time now. Wow. So Divine Feminine. Woo! Are you ready for that? Are you ready from your non-committal DM to them trying to plan to have a baby with you or planning a wedding? Because for some of you, this is going to be a big jump too. It's like a 180 from your person being non-committal to running back and saying, okay, like, let's start a family now. For some of you, it's going to be really quick. They're running on in to bring you this offer. Wow. I feel like a lot of you had these conversations with your DM. Maybe you'd made jokes about it or planned it, but not seriously. I'm telling you, for some of you, either this person wants to propose or literally like have a baby. And you don't even see this coming. You know how she's blindfolded there. It's like you literally have not a clue. Four of Swords in reverse. So a lot of you are definitely still in seclusion from this DM. You're not really talking to them at the moment. And this is what's holding them back. They really want you to be able to put your guard down and open up. The Moon. So DM feels like you feel like there's too many secrets still. And this is just what they want to clear up. It's going to be unexpected for a lot of you. They're going to come in and be totally open and honest with everything. And that's what's going to surprise you because you might not expect that truth from them. But they want to give you that. They want to tell you, wow, for some of you, they might be like, what do you need to know? You know, about who they dated or what happened in between the relationship. For others of you, though, definitely going to be your DM saying, clean slate. Can we just forget about the past and move forward together? Really sweet energy, though. I feel like your DM definitely coming in real quick. Coming in hot. Look at that, actually. That is so cool. If you notice, the dude on the card, literally coming in hot. Look at that. He's like crouched, like ready to like come in and like sweep away his lady. You could go horseback riding with your person too. And if not, they're ready to put down like the stallion of love. Like the two of you, man. Gonna be a good reunion. This reconciliation is gonna be the type where they're not gonna want to leave. Really beautiful, though. Let's see if there's any more messages, because that's intense. Justice. So this is justice for both of you, and specifically, this is your justice, Divine Feminine. If you know Divine Masculine hurt you bad and walked away, them coming back to you and making things right, putting that ring on it and telling you you are theirs and they want to make you theirs, that is your karmic justice and ultimately going to be a huge wish fulfillment. But for some of you, you still feel like there's too many secrets, too much unsaid, and too much you're still holding on to. So for some of you, Spirit's saying, when they come back, try to just remember that. If this is your true 10 of Cups, be all end all person, don't come at them harshly. Try and really move at them in forgiveness and love and be able to mend things and move forward together. This person has a really deep love for you. Absolutely. And it's like, a lot of regret. I feel like this person wishes that they never had to go through all this and leave you in the first place just to figure out what they had. And that's their biggest regret, for hurting you so bad, because ultimately it hurt them. It broke the trust between the two of you. And now it's like, for some of you too, like DM doesn't even want to go out and party with their friends anymore. They don't want to be going out with their friends all the time and stuff. It was fun while it lasted. But now it's like, for some of you, it's been a whole summer. Now going into the next summer, maybe even 2 summers or longer. For some of you, maybe even 5 years. Your person's like partied out, you know, with their friends and stuff. They're like, they can do that anytime. But they're sick of leaving you at home, sick of leaving you out in the cold while they're just having their fun. And they feel like, for a lot of you, that they lost you. So now, having this realization that you are the person they're supposed to be with, they're just really trying to figure out a way to come back to you. 10 of Cups and the Sun. Ultimately, those are the most 2 beautiful cards you can get when it comes to love, other than the 2 of Cups, which already came out earlier. So 2-2-2-2, know that this is your person. For a lot of you, this is your true twin. And this is why you were never able to let go of them after all those years, after all that time, after even all those heartbreaks. There's you, Divine Feminine, sitting there just knowing this is your person. And ultimately, when you walked away from them or let them go, it was because they needed to heal. They needed to evolve. And for some of you, like, your person just was immature, non-committal. If you were in a marriage with this person, they stepped out on it, or a long-term relationship. But no matter what happened between the two of you, you never truly were able to let go of the connection you had. You were always holding on to each other in the back of your minds. So yeah, major energies of the signs we've got. We've literally got every sign on the board right now. We don't have fire energy, but we had a lot earlier. So yeah, major on water, Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So your person could be any of those signs. They feel like you two need to take a little bit more time to heal. That message won't be for everyone, because for a lot of you, they're ready to like rush in. I wouldn't be surprised if for some of you they reached out over the weekend, or if they've reached out and communicated in the last week with you. They could have sent you a message, or like I said, showed up in your neighborhood. Something like this. Let's see if what else we got. Spirits, thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in. I really hope this reading is resonating for you. And it is a live reading, so nice to see everyone in the chats. So we've got 6 of Wands in reverse. Your person feels like they aren't the star of your world anymore. They feel like you see other options now. So wow, the tables have turned. How they were chasing always the better option. This is how like they feel you see them now, that they aren't the better option. But ultimately, they're still going to come in. This won't hold them back. They just feel like they don't have much to offer you. So let's do a few more love messages from your person. We're going to do an oracle here to see if there's anything else they want to say. I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines, though, this is the major vibes I pick up. You're either like in this energy. This is why I laughed. You're either in the Sun, like, bring your person home. Or you're in the Chariot energy, like, no way, and you're out of there. Such opposites. But for a lot of you, you are like, yes, this is my person. Come home. Come home to your babe. And I feel like you're going to forgive this person. This is what they need from you. Spirit's saying you'll be surprised at how much that they've matured. You'll be surprised. For a lot of you, this person has like really done a 180 on who they are. So the first card that flipped out here, double mission. So you and your person are star seeds. Serve the world by being you. This connection has a much greater purpose than it does just being together as well. The two of you are meant to really shine and spread that light and awareness. 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 11 seconds on the reading. 1100. Love that. But yeah, definitely a confirmation, because with the two of you in separation, none of that's happening. You're not for everyone. So this is a message more for you and your person to accept the weird qualities about each other and to really just move forward in love. To be okay with that. To be okay with being different. Because for a lot of you, it's like your person looked for someone else. Meanwhile, you were always there, always good enough. And then ultimately they realized that they liked your weird little quirks and qualities. Thank you so much, Divine Feminine. I do appreciate the donation. So yeah, you're not for everyone, and that's a good thing, because now your Divine Masculine knows you're not for everyone, and they like that about you. You're different. It's like, too, they could have dated some karmics. Okay, I'm going to keep it really PG, but Spirit wanted me to say this. You could have had some special moves. Some stuff you did, even just like when it came to the way how you spoke to your masculine. You had nicknames for them, or just like the energy you gave them, your vibe. It was so much different than what they experienced with anyone else. So as soon as they went out there and had these other relationships, wake up call, all those things that used to bother them about you, they love those things. Those are the little things that make you you. And now they're doing anything they can to hope to come back to that. So Spirit just really wants you to accept that you're different. And for some of you, this person loves that about you. And it could have been something that held you back. So look at that. Karmic relationships in reverse. You both have walked away from any karmic relationships. Particularly your masculine has put an end and is ready to move towards his feminine. Ready to come home. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. See, and that's it. Because if you're worried now your person's still healing, when is this reconnection going to happen? It's all about trusting that timing, ultimately. And one more here. Deep love. Birth as a portal. Someone's going to be a mom soon. So this is what Spirit... Okay, this really makes sense. The extent of this message. Spirit wants you to be aware that when they come back, like, are you ready? Because they want to have a family and they want to have kids. And some of you just went from like fighting about silly stuff, arguments, or them being with karmics, or them being jealous over who's paying attention to your social media, stuff like that. And now it's going to be like real relationship stuff. They want to get serious with you. But for a lot of you Divine Feminines, this is the masculine that you've been waiting for. And this is why I get this huge vibe that a lot of you are just going to accept them open arms and literally just look at them and be like, I missed you, right? Or you're ready. You're ready to move forward. And that's not for everyone, because for some of you, like I said, you're either that way or you're the Chariot and you're saying, nope, that ride is over, ready for a new love. So you know your story, definitely. But what Spirit wants you to know as well with this Queen of Swords, it's okay to spend that time in contemplation, making sure it's right for you. Maybe this message is truly for me to bring awareness to the Divine Feminines that a lot of you, or even us, been wondering what's up. And it's really just saying, Divine Feminine, you should know that for the collective majority of you, your person is coming home. So now is the time for you to figure out if that's what you want, or you truly want to keep moving forward as they had left you to feel like you had no choice to do for a lot of you in the past. So maybe that's what it is. Spirit's saying, are you ready? Are you ready to be a mom? Are you ready to be a wife? Are you ready to be that long-term committed person? Trust the timing. If they haven't come in and offered this yet, Spirit knew you weren't ready yet either. Even if you think you're fully ready, maybe there's a few things that you weren't ready. So, really interesting energy. But like I said, you've got that one of two ways. For some of you, you might be saying you're out of there, you've moved forward, but your person's still coming in. They're still rushing in, even if you're leaving. They're still going to come in for one final, are we trying or walking away? So we're going to get a few more messages. This is such a beautiful reading. Person's coming home. New start. Yeah, a lot of you, this person's very emotional when it comes to you, and they very much so just feel your emotions when the two of you are disconnected. So we had that message earlier, I've been crying a lot. So for some of you, if you've been suffering, Spirit, thanks for the download. If you've been suffering from migraines lately, your person, they've been going through a lot of crying, like tears, and you've been feeling it that way. It's been coming to you in a different type of way. For others of you, you've been extremely dehydrated, and this is your person. They've been crying a lot, really upset about the connection. I definitely want to keep the Fool card out there because I think it's so beautiful. Wow, the Empress. Literally, what did I just say about pregnancy? Okay, we've got the Hierophant and the Empress. You could definitely be a Taurus, but if not, that represents baby and that represents marriage. I just can't even. Spirit is too good sometimes. So look at that. Time for you, Divine Feminine, put those swords down. Spirit is saying, this is your person. You know it too. Now they finally know it. Quit being stubborn. For some of you, everyone hurts people. And for some of you, maybe they did stuff that's unacceptable and you want to walk away too. No judgments on this channel. I support all of you, collective. I am just here to relay the message, and you can make your own decisions, your own discernment, and trust your heart, most importantly, right? But with this, Spirit's saying for some of you, they're going to come back and you're going to be very much defensive. And in this defensive mode, they're going to feel the energy, or you're going to push them away and turn down a marriage connection. Thank you very much for that donation, Kiyama. My apology. I think I said it correct there. Thank you so much. But yeah, this person is literally ready for this marriage. They want marriage. And like, if you're still thinking about the karmic they just dated, Spirit's saying then you have to heal too, because they need you to be mature, emotionally mature enough to realize that whatever the karmic situation they were in, as much as this is a trigger warning, I'll just say it, trigger warning, it had to happen for them to realize who their true Divine Feminine was. So yeah, maybe they did some crappy things, or they chose some crappy people, they chose some crappy decisions, but ultimately it helped them realize where their heart belongs at the end of the day. So when they come back, are you gonna say no and ghost them? Or are you going to say, okay, yeah, let's take it slow and start over? And for some of you, they don't want to take it slow. They just want to jump in and get down on one knee. So this is really intense. But definitely get that message clear for someone when they come back. You're going to be too defensive. And this person just wants passion. They don't want to be thinking about the past, what happened. Look at that. So for some of you, this is going to be the cause of the trigger moment. Because if you say no when they come back, they're going to think that's it. For some of you, just a select few of you, Spirit says this has already happened, and you didn't take your person seriously, and that's how they just dated a karmic. Definitely, I say Kayla there just said that your person reached out. And this is what I mean. I feel like literally this is just a warning for some to make sure that you've healed enough, that you're ready to face this. Because when your person comes back, they mean serious this time. And in the past, they might not have. They might have been a little more flighty, a little more non-consistent. And so you might not believe everything that they say. But now when they come back, it's like, no, there's no more options in their life. They're going to say they literally cut everyone out. Like, they ghosted them. They're done with their side you-know-whats. There's no more side pieces, no more side HOEs. Nothing like that. And no more, if you've tuned into my readings before, I love to call karmics Waldo and Walda. So there's no more Waldas. No more Waldas. And I will change that if there is actually anyone named Walda. My apologies. But, yeah, let's get a few more messages. This is the Tower moment, though. If anyone decides to say, no, DM, you haven't changed. What are you talking about? DM could literally show up with a ring in his pocket, and then you shut him down. And just trust, because we had that card earlier. Everything comes down to divine timing. So Spirit's really working with your person right now, too, so that they can see that fact. That everything truly does come down to divine timing. And when the two of you are meant back to be together, look at that. Both of you are manifesting this reunion, whether you're aware of it or not. Just your energy. The two of you long for each other. Definitely get the vibes that you could be a water sign or an earth sign, and that you could be your person as well. But look at that. Also have double Taurus energy. So it could be two Tauruses in a couple as well. But that won't be for everyone. Welcome, Sharon. Thank you so much for joining the members. Welcome to the community. Welcome to Angels in Training. All right. The world. Oh my goodness. I can't even. This is so beautiful. Manifesting to have the world with you. This new start is so close, though. It's way closer than you would have thought. And for some of you, this download, you'll definitely want to check out possibly if this really resonates. The reading I did yesterday, because this download came out of nowhere. For a bit, it just was karmic this, karmic that. You two being on separate pages, really not understanding each other. And so maybe this is when this divine masculine has recently just went through this separation from their other relationship, their karmic. Maybe a realization that this person hurt them, that they had other options, that they weren't the only option for the karmic. That would have been a huge realization for your person as well. And could have caused a major Tower moment. But ultimately, it's like they really realized whatever happened, it was just down to divine timing. This person had to grow. They had to learn. So if you weren't an earth and a water sign, I definitely get fire and air sign as well. But double Taurus energy, and I don't often pull that on a reading, so that could resonate for someone out there. Wow, look at that. So your person, your divine masculine, cutting off all these side options. And anyone who disagrees with the connection. Say it's friends, family, anyone that's close to them that disagrees. If they're not cutting them off, they're saying, no, this is their life, and they're going to take it from there. And they're really standing their ground. Your person's been building their finances as well, because like I said, for some of you, excuse me, I had a hiccup there. Your person, the karmic was taking from them. So your person had to figure out a way to balance themselves back out. And like, say they had a house with this person or some sort of commitment, this person tried to take from them big time. Like a settlement, or if it was a divorce, like, because for some of you, wow, I've never had that message before. For some of you, this is a very select message, so please don't make it resonate if it doesn't. But for some of you, your person, you know, they had a karmic and they got married to this person. And that's how they figure out the hard way. They could have lost some money too. And they could have figured out too that they married the wrong person. But all of this too, your DM did because as soon as they lost you, they realized what the relationship was with you. And they felt like it was too late. So they tried to just move forward with the next person. Only to realize that that connection, it didn't compare. The maturity level, the depth of the love, the fact that it was so unconditional, none of that compared. Temperance, balance is coming to the situation. Could be dealing with the Sagittarius as well. You and your person are going to be very successful together. We got the 10 of coins. The two of you are meant to have an abundant life together. So, wow. Spirit's saying if the two of you have been facing financial hardships, it's because you're in separation. The two of you really thrive off each other's energy. And it's like the unconditional love and support that you provide your person, the same way that your DM provides for you. You two allow each other to be the best versions of each other. Being in that love. Being in that connection. Rebirth's coming in, but for someone's holding on to it, scared of the change, scared of letting, I feel like that's you, Divine Feminine, scared now to let this person back in and maybe be vulnerable with them, worried that they're going to put you through this cycle again. All you can do is trust. All you can do is trust your discernment and trust your heart. But ultimately know that this rebirth was fated to happen for both of you. Something like this goes beyond us. This is like lifetimes. With a true twin flame union, lifetimes and lifetimes, this was written far before this reading today. You know, your story with your person was written so long ago. And the thing is, whoever's been holding off on the rebirth, once the two of you come back together, I feel like it's you though, Divine Feminine, scared to let this person in again. Because you felt such a strong love the first time. And after they hurt you the way that they did, you just don't know if you want to go through that again. Especially if you're still healing from that. It's like, okay, it's like this too, right? Someone says there's a lion's den. Divine Feminine's like, yeah, I'm not willingly getting myself ready to go back into the lion's den. But Spirit's saying that's you holding on to the past and not accepting that DM has changed. Whatever happened during this separation, your divine masculine has changed. And it's no longer the lion's den. It's like the cuddle pit. I don't know. It's for the two of you. This person's a lot different than they ever were. And this person isn't going to leave you out in the cold the way that they did before. So Spirit just really needs you to trust. Because this is a big change. Big time change. Wow, so we got a few more messages here. We've got the 7-star sisters. Birthing creations and expression. Beautiful. And this is it. A new creation of a relationship with you and your person. It's going to birth new ideas to new projects for both of you. New career opportunities. You two are going to be thriving together. You two may have gotten a glimpse of what it was like when you were first in union. And then both of you have experienced tower moments individually since being separated. But if you could look back and notice, while you're with your person, did you not feel the most, either like you were achieving things, you were confident, you were inspired, a lot different than you could feel in separation from this person? Thank you so much, Sharon, for the donation. So really just feeling like overall, Spirit knows that I can just feel the energy. Someone out there, or even half the collective Divine Feminine, just don't want to let them back in. Wow. Okay, you literally have to check out the reading from yesterday. If you are new on my channel, I love when this happens because me as a reader, I can say it all I want, but when it comes out in the cards and it flips for you, it just really hits home. This was exactly 2 cards that came out in yesterday's reading. Jump in and fall into my arms. I literally can't even. I'm like, if you could see, my mouth is like, wow, thank you, Spirit. So, yeah, your person and Spirit is reiterating the fact that when they come back, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fall in love all over again. For some of you, this is what it's going to be and why you're terrified to be vulnerable. But jump in and literally fall into this person's arms. They're there to catch you, and they're ultimately there to love you. This person wants to love you. They want to take care of you, and truly the 2 of you are meant to make each other's worlds better. This is always how it was meant to be. You 2 just met on such opposite pages. Maturity levels, commitment levels. And through this separation, wow, this person's like, okay, no one else is allowed to have you, Divine Feminine. This person is claiming you as theirs. For some of you, maybe this person is telling people their plans to come commit to you. Others could be aware before you even are. That won't resonate for everyone, but say, for example, too, for some of you, your person could have already asked your family for permission to propose, or for some of you, they could have told people they were close to that they were returning. And for some of you, it's like the karmics know that they left, that they walked away from them. So I'm just shuffling, but I communicate to you through music. So for some of you, this person definitely communicates to you through songs. You could hear different songs. I just heard Justin Bieber, so maybe for some of you, you guys had a J. Beeb song you liked together. Wow. I want to start over. No one can take your place. This is so beautiful. I cannot forget you. I love you. This is so beautiful. Your person has so much love for you. So we're going to get a few more messages, see if there's anything else they're holding back. I feel like, too, when the 2 of you have this reunion, wow, I don't even know where that came from, but almost like, just like swept through me. Spirit just like overthrowed this wave of emotion. So I feel like the 2 of you are going to have such a beautiful reconciliation. It's going to be very emotional. It's going to be such a long embrace, especially if you 2 are like big huggers. This person's just going to want to like wrap you up and hold you in their arms. Like your Divine Masculine is just going to want to hold you. And wow, see, they just want this reassurance that you feel the same. Gonna have a sip of my tea, pardon me, but wow, tell me you want me to. That one's never come out yet, too. So ultimately, the karmic won't know much except for just the fact of this person cutting ties and walking away. And whoever your DM dated, they ultimately always knew. Either your DM always talked about you, or say any karmic relationships they involved themselves in, or even friends. If they were to talk badly about you, Divine Feminine, your DM always shut it down. And maybe at first, if they were really trying to win over the heart of the karmic, they could have been. Because for some, I know some DMs were a little bitter and a little rude and throw their Divine Feminine under the bus. But this isn't the reading for that. This is more of the reading. We're talking about this particular group of Divine Masculines was respectful to you while you were broken up. And ultimately, if anyone ever tried to say a word about you, this person shut it down because they knew at the end of the day that they wanted to come back to you. And so, like, for example, all the karmic would really know was possibly the fact that they left. I feel like your DM's being really tight-lipped about it. They're not saying much. They're not going to say, oh, they're coming back to Divine Feminine. Definitely not, because that's like a trigger for the karmic, right? And that's not what your person wants to do either. Your person, if you just tuned in now, we also had a message earlier that said, I'm still in love with my ex. So your person did develop feelings for this karmic. But the reason, too, for a lot of them, they're walking away from the karmic is because the karmic didn't make them the main priority. The karmic strung them along and made them an option. And when your person walked away and chose that karmic over you, they didn't think that was going to happen. And it made them feel foolish for a lot of you that they left you, a solid, loyal woman, someone committed and really looking to grow with them, someone who wanted to be a mother. Like I said, a lot of you were already ready for marriage, kids, and your person willingly walked away from that for someone who wasn't. And then just to learn that they had multiple options. So your person feels, your DM feels pretty foolish for a lot of you. And this is why they took the time to heal. And I feel like you're going to get a whole new emotional DM. This person wants to open up. They want to be honest with you. They want to tell you. They know they did you wrong. They know they did this connection wrong by thinking that things would be easier somewhere else, when ultimately all relationships take work. Yes, totally. Divine Feminine, absolutely. Didn't I see you crying? That one? That's an oldie. Good reference there. But yeah, really feel like your DM, wow. So for some of you, they listen to a lot of old songs. You could have had old love songs that you like to listen to together. Some of you could have really loved to listen to Frank Sinatra, stuff like that, danced around. I have so much admiration for you. So if you have any old songs and stuff you and your person used to play together, they definitely have had a few tears over that. For some of you, it could have been Elvis. For others of you, it could be more recent, like, I'm not sure. Who knows? You know what you and your person like to listen to. We've got all age groups on here. So, like, I could say, like, you know, like a rap song, or I could say older. I'm not sure. But definitely feel free to leave. Oh, this is beautiful. Drop it in the chats right now. What song you and your DM loved? What's you and your DM song? Leave it in the chats. That's a beautiful thing to leave in the chats. Would love to see everyone's different ones. Because you know how you always have that one song with your person? I mean, for some of you, you might have a whole playlist with your person. But you definitely all have at least that one song, for sure. So it says, there's just something about you. I can't quite put my finger on it yet, but I also can't seem to get you off my mind. Aw, there you go. I'm ready to build our lives together now. I'm sorry I ran in the past. You're my person. Nothing compares to you. No one has ever made me as happy as you have. Let's start a family. This person's ready. And that was it. This person literally needed to experience what it was like elsewhere to learn that you were the only place they wanted to be. Insert cheesy nickname here. It's going to be like, insert your little princess or cupcake, pumpkin, to each their own. Could call him Babe. Not sure. Thank you so much for the donation, Trumpia. I hope I said that right. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ooh, and if you did check out the reading yesterday or you didn't have a chance, I was talking about this one scene and this beautiful love moment, but the song in it, I never mentioned the song, and I kept thinking about it after I clicked off the live, so I was like, maybe I should just say it in my next reading. But Let's Stay Together. That is such a good one, so if anyone likes that one. by, I believe it's Al Green. Let's Stay Together. That's a nice oldie. That one can relate to anyone. Oh, Empress Fire Tarot. Love that one. Perfect by Ed Sheeran. That is a great song. There you go. All right, let's see what else we got. I didn't think you'd actually leave. So there you go. For some of you, when this separation occurred, your DM just thought it was just for a little bit. It wasn't for the long run. It wasn't for a lifetime. And the longer you've been apart, they are devastated. Absolutely. You are the better half of my heart, my soulmate, my one true love now and always. I love you. Aw, that is so sweet. Your person has a deep love for you. Like, I just keep hearing in my head, okay, so while I was making the picture, just quickly, I always do it once I get the channel message, and then I'll come on. So basically, though, coming home, as soon as I was done to come on, I just keep hearing this, I'm coming home, you know, that one. So for someone out there, this person is literally chanting and singing, they're coming home. They're ready. They are so ready to come home to you. So this is really beautiful energy. Sharon, I have not heard that one before. I will have to check that out after I'm done on this stream here. Thank you. See, and this is it, right? I love it. Everyone leave, because, I mean, mostly all Divine Feminines tuned in. It's just so sweet because everyone's got such different music taste. And then when it comes to love, though, love is such a universal love language, you know? It's like, all those love songs are good. All those love songs. Beautiful. So let's see if we have any more messages from your DM who is coming home. Thank you so much, everyone that's been tuned in. This was a nice message to deliver. And I just love that I came on because Spirit, like I said, wasn't even planning on delivering this message. I was nibbling on something and Spirit was like, nope. And I was like, okay. It's like that. I think it's a TikTok or it's a meme. But you know when it's like the person, oh, it totally is a TikTok. There's this guy who does really funny ones and he like looks at himself and he looks at this other person and they start dancing. That was how it was like. Spirit just like got through. It's like, okay, yeah. Alright, so let's get some final messages here. I'm going to clear this up because we got so much going on. But I do love to leave out the love messages for you guys to take a look at. I know it's always nice to see because it's like your person really is saying it to you. And when they come out, I mean, there is over almost 300, I believe. So, you know, it happened for a reason. Really beautiful. All right, so let's see what else we have. Any final messages from your person? We're going to switch decks. But can you believe that, first of all? Before we clear this up, just one time. This is the best spread that you could get. Your person wants kids, marriage. For some of you Divine Feminines, make sure they do it in the proper way. They might be trying to have babies before they put a ring on it, is what Spirit's saying. So for some of you, depending on what you would prefer. But I feel like a lot of you could be more traditional, hoping you get married first, then have kids. So maybe just communication is key. But this person, they're just like thinking a passionate night. Whoa, okay, Spirit. They're thinking a passionate night. They're going to get you, you know what, so that they can put a ring on it. And then that's it. It's just done. So they might too, if it's been a long time coming, you've been in separation or apart, this person's going to want to waste no time, is what Spirit's saying. So really just to be aware. So let's see what other messages we have to deliver. Yes, someone said Alicia Keys in the chat. Beautiful. She's got such a beautiful voice. If I Ain't Got You is like one of the best. If I ain't got you. Not ready to sing that one, that's for sure. But man, she knocks it out of the park. Beautiful voice. Wow. So this tower moment's coming in because your person wasn't ready for this. You weren't ready for this, but Spirit said the time is now. And hey, Spirit just wanted me to say, when you met this person in the first place, you weren't ready. They weren't ready. Then Spirit separated you guys. And now Spirit's bringing you back together. And you might not feel ready, but just trust it. Really open up your heart to this love. The biggest message here is that, because for some of you, you're just feeling so cold and closed off that you're going to want to walk away from them. And this person is serious when they come back. And if you know they already came back and tried this and they like kind of walked away, this is only for a select few of you. But if you know that's the case, there is still a glimmer of hope. Because if you know they haven't moved forward, or even if they have, they still care about you, Divine Fam. They're just stuck in between. So someone just asked why we say divine. So we say divine because this is a twin flame union. So a divine feminine and a divine masculine counterpart. And thank you so much for tuning in. If it's your first twin flame reading, I really hope you're able to take a message. Look at that. Your person, 5 of Wands in reverse. They're like competition, who, what? They're gonna come claim their victory. And wow, with the Ace of Pentacles and being in reverse now, because we had in the first place in the upright, this person is gonna buy you the biggest ring or gift that they possibly ever could. It's like, it doesn't matter how much is the amount of dollars, because you're their divine feminine. So that's really sweet. Wow, what a beautiful message. Thank you so much to everyone that's been tuned in, and love to see all the returning subs. It's so nice to have you a part of the collective, and I really hope you guys are able to take a message away from this reading. It's honestly just why I do it, to spread light and get this message out there for you. So with this 3 of Pentacles, I mean, there's not much else to say other than every time I pull, it's family. Family, family, family. Kids, kids, kids. So, wow, for some of you, like, this is it. If you've been waiting, like maybe some of you are in your late 20s, your early 30s. You've been waiting to have a family. For others of you, it could be even early 40s. This could be even like a beautiful blessing surprise, you and your person. Wow, so specific message. Spirit just gave me an intense download. You could be frustrated. Say you're in your late 30s or early 40s. And you and your person are in separation, and you either don't have kids yet, or you could have maybe one, but you just feel like they're wasting time because you could only have so long left to have kids, or vice versa. Spirit's just saying trust in miracles, because divine timing, and for a lot of you, it's either that you will adopt or they will come back and you will have this beautiful miracle baby. And wow, that's really beautiful. That could actually move me to tears. If anyone had a miracle blessing baby that you never expected, congratulations, you deserve that. And that will be directly a blessing from your spirit team and from divine. So that's really beautiful. That is so beautiful. I could actually put me in tears if that was for someone that was, you know, thought maybe it was their days were over for having kids and they got one miracle baby. That's a beautiful blessing. Thank you so much there, BB, for the donation. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for tuning in. Knight of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Wands. So definitely could be a fire or an air sign. And if not, this is going to be kids energy. I think you're going to have 3 kids. 2 girls possibly and a boy. Definitely. But you and this person are meant to have a big family together. So this could be the freak out on Divine Feminine's end, saying, yeah, you know that you're supposed to have a family with this person, and they're playing, you know, with the karmics, dipping where they shouldn't be. Wow. But honestly, it's like things can change overnight. And for someone out there, this is literally what's happening. This is why it's such a huge thing to come in, because it's like, it's going to be so quick. Passionate new beginning with someone who has been so cold and detached from you and possibly just been running away from the connection. But if you notice with this Knight of Wands, your person, they may have been in another relationship, but they never let go of you. They always had you on their mind. You know, the best love sometimes is the most complicated love story. And isn't it ever one of those things you wouldn't know until you really experience it, right? No love is like the movies. No love is like that. And even if it was, look at The Notebook. They went through how many years of separation? Wow, The Notebook. They are definitely twin flames. Think about it. They fight like cats and dogs. They bring out the best in each other. They have the most passionate love connection in the bedroom. And they went through like a 10-year separation. Can anyone say that is totally based around twin flames or what, eh? But this is it. If you look at that movie, no beautiful love story is easy. Those ones take the most work. But at the end, then you have such a beautiful love story that you can share with your kids and your family and generations to come. And it's like, too, how they say nothing comes without work. So the harder you work for a relationship or for this masculine, the harder they have to work even to come back to you. They're never going to want to let that go. So that's really sweet. For some of you, playing hard to get, being detached, if you block them, if you move forward in your life, if you were urged by spirit to do so, that needed to happen. Because they also saw a new side of you. They saw you stand up for yourself. They saw you claim your own independence. And for a lot of you too, this is how this person realized that you were the person they wanted to be with. Wow. Maybe too, when they dated other relationships, they were more just like passive or pushovers. And your person started to learn too, like if you ever gave them a difficult time in the relationship, they like at first could have really subconsciously not liked it and ran from it. But ultimately, when people were letting them get away with stuff, then they were like, well, where's Divine Feminine to tell me how it is? They either liked that you had that little bit of a spicy attitude with them. And for some of you, it's like too, when you had those disagreements, then you had the best connection coming back together. 222 in the chat and 222 likes. There you go. Enough said. I'm surprised no one put just the two of us. Will Smith. No one likes that one. I guess it's not your twin song. But there's been some really beautiful songs in there. Love it. And I love to see how everyone's like talking about how they can relate to each other's songs. Beautiful. You and your person, though, they just miss having good times with you. They miss when you could bond and get passionate over stuff that, like, they didn't have that bond with other people. So you two just really had an ability to make each other laugh a lot. And you could have watched, like, silly shows. So, okay, if you're a Divine Feminine, you could have literally been all about, like, say, a reality show or an MTV show, something like this. But your masculine would like literally watch it with you every week. That was your thing. You two actually bonded over it. Don't worry, it's secret in this reading. They're secret safe with us. But yeah, I feel like a lot of, you know, masculines and stuff, or even you feminine, you could have watched one of their cheesy shows that you wouldn't tell your friends you watched. But the two of you, you just had like a deep bond and connection. And the further they distance themselves from this connection, the more they see that. And that's why they're like running home, because they just miss being able to be goofy with you, being able to watch silly shows, and maybe the two of you really got along, like you never disagreed over stuff like that. You always got along when it came to TV or dates, where you were going to go. But hey, also it could be polar opposite. Some twin flames, because you're so opposite, you literally disagree about everything. Until you're reunited from a separation. Then you start to realize, right? Love is just, pick love. Don't worry about all the small stuff. So your person, a lot of their past issues was feeling like they didn't have enough to offer the connection when it came to finances. This person has learned how to let go of all that. Moving forward, they know that you always loved them for the love more than you did what they had to offer, the connection, how stable they were. And this is what comes a part of developing as people together in this connection. Like I said, you're both supposed to experience a 10 of Pentacles together, a level up. But when the two of you are separate, that's when you're not experiencing that. So let's see if we have any more messages here. Wow, double sun energy came out earlier and we just got it once more again. That is so beautiful to see. The sun definitely could be dealing with a Leo. And if not, we got lots of earth energy, water energy, fire, air. We've had all the signs. But with this in reverse, the end of tough days are over. It's time to put down the battle. It's time to really be together, and it's time to be happy in love. So this is really beautiful to see that your masculine is coming back to you, because when they come back, they aren't going to be full of shit. Spirit always say that. They're going to be full of shit. They're going to be truthful. They're going to be honest. And they're really going to want to make this connection work. So let's get final love messages from your person to close out this reading. Thank you so much to everyone that's been tuned in. Coming home. For some of you, this person could have even went as far as to save for a house. Okay, so final messages from this person. I just saw the moon. Look at that. So whatever is coming next from your person when it comes to this surprise, this return, you do not see it coming. It is totally unexpected, and it is not going to be unlike anything you ever would have thought they would have did. So say you picture a proposal a certain way, total opposite. Say you picture the reunion, the reconciliation a certain way, Spirit saying total opposite. So just let go and be willing to really just go with the flow on this one. Just let them do their thing too. They've been working on the Knight of Cups, loves. Look at, literally been working on this love offer. For some of you, they're going to come in all nervous with flowers and literally all of a sudden pop down on one knee and say, we've got no more time to waste. Well, whoever is getting this, this is just so beautiful. I just got to say, wow, this is going to be life-changing for you. Like, absolutely. This is really beautiful. Definitely could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And for some of you, we've got air as well. But if not, just know, look it, this is you. So many nights wondering, were you and your person going to ever come back together? Were you just meant to let go of this connection, to look at it as a love lost? But ultimately, it's like, okay, too, Spirit wants me to tell you, it's like the moment you finally are like, it's over, and you throw down the towel, this person's like, hi, I'm here. Let's get married. It's all about that energetic pull. That's the biggest thing. So as you pull back, then they rush forward. But for a lot of you, they've felt your energetic pullback for a long time, especially if they were dating a karmic. Now, the biggest thing Spirit said, if for those just tuning in, Spirit wants you to be able to forgive them. Because for some of you, you'll be holding on to the past resentments, the past that they left you out in the cold, the fact that they left you for someone else or multiple other people. Spirit saying, like, it's like, if this is your true love and you truly want to make this work back with your DM, now's the time just to make that forgiveness in your heart. Because when they come back, they mean business. They mean, and both of you are just feeling so vulnerable. You're like a mirror to each other right now. Both like very scared to take that first step back to each other. But it's like, oh, that's so sweet. I just pictured this visual picture from Spirit. You know, it's like someone takes like 2 steps, then your other person takes 2 steps. Then you're like running together, like 2 magnets. You're totally drawn together. And you're going to be attached at the hip after that. Sorry about these weird hand motions. Look at my hands. Oh, that's so funny. But anyways, really just feel like ultimately, when you come back together, there's going to be no separating you. And I just needed to give you that visual picture. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so final messages here, and then we'll do final love messages. So, High Priestess in reverse, 8 of Wands in reverse, King of Wands. Aw, so look at this. All the passion has been totally like almost diminished between the two of you. It's been quite a bit. Maybe it's been a long time since you've been intimate together or been in each other's like physical connection, like an embrace or in each other's physical space. But I'm telling you, the second that the two of you come back together, look at that, the wheel, everything shifts back into the right perspective. Like, okay, you know how it's like time stands still? Time's been standing still, waiting for you and your DM to reunite. At least when it comes to you and their world. Of course, the rest of the world's still going on, but for each person individually, your world and your person's world really kind of gets put on hold when the two of you go into separation. So ultimately, as soon as you come back together, a streak in change of luck. For some of you, one of you is going to get a new job. The other of you is going to do super well in business. It's just going to be boom, 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 success after success. You're going to buy a house. You're going to have a family. And then you're going to be able to look back and realize that you two came together and made it work. And that you always knew this was your person. Spirit just had you questioning it so many times that you may have spent wondering when the two of you be on the same page again. When you would be able to come out of this heartbreak. All right, so let's get final love messages from this person. Thank you so much to everyone that joined in. I really hope this reading that you were able to grab some messages, but your person wants to come home to you. So this is really beautiful to see. Okay. So a lot just flew out all at once. These like flew across the table. That is like half the deck. So we'll take the top couple. Okay, so first one, we can see this one. I feel this is... Please stop ignoring me. Unblock me. So for some of you divine femmes out there that got your person blocked, they're saying please give them that chance. I still remember everything about the day that we met. So your person remembers that first day that you met. Could be numbers of years ago. They remember everything about it. Now, isn't this the most beautiful message that could be pulled on the whole reading? I want to heal your heart like you've healed mine. And this is it. This is where Spirit's saying, can you allow this person to show you how much they've changed? Because for some of you, aw, that is literally so beautiful. Divine Feminine, for some of you, you healed this Divine Masculine's heart and then they just left you there. And now it's Divine Masculine's turn to come in and heal your heart and not run away. To really be there for you, to really build this union together. So there is 2 big chunks. I can't even. So we're going to shuffle out of it. It's like 20 messages there. Okay, there we go. One right away came out. I've been hiding my feelings for you. So Divine Masculine, this is why when he comes in, it's going to be like an outpour of emotions at once. Because for a lot of you, this person or even you, it's been no communication. It's been separation. And if no communication, there's no way that you could express each other's feelings to each other other than that energy exchange. Which, it would make it even harder too if you feel that energy exchange with your person. You two both know that you're supposed to come back together. And so ultimately know too, if your Divine Masculine was dating karmics or in other relationships, they were ignoring their intuition. They were literally pulling themselves in an entirely different direction on purpose to try and run away from your connection. And Spirit still showed them that they can't just forget about you like that and walk away. So think about that. Because Divine Feminine, you guys didn't even resist. You just let the universe. You trusted in the universe and divine timing. Whereas your masculine, for a lot of you, resisted it. You're perfect to me. I want to kiss every part of your body. So there you go. This is it. Your person. And I was saying there's like a lack of passion between the two of you. It's not because there's a lack of passion. There's so much passion. It's just there's been a lack of contact. Or a lack of literally physical connection. So when the two of you really come together, like, I feel like it's going to be like one touch. One touch is all it takes. Two of you are going to like drop, get those goosebumps, all that stuff. That beautiful love. You inspire me to be a better person every day. Thank you for that. That is so beautiful. So your person feels like no matter what, you've inspired them truly for the better. Let's pull one more here. I want a kid. Oh, I want a kid. I was going to say I want a future. Okay, so Divine Masculine, this is what I'm saying. Did anyone just tune in before? It was like showing a baby, like the Empress, before marriage. So for some of you, this Divine Masculine just wants to come in and literally get some kids going. So it says, I want a future with you, kids, pets, the nice house, the cottage. The dream life sounds perfect. That is so beautiful. Any final messages? Let's see what he's got. Okay, there's 3 here. We'll take these. I want to talk about our future together. There's actually a couple behind this one. Okay. Your person's got so much to say in this reading. Just wow. And for a lot of you too, if there's been such a big, long time separation, this is why. It's almost like you're going to have to get to know each other all over again, but it's going to be really exciting. I want to take you out on a romantic date, surprise you, somewhere special, have a lot of laughs, forget about our worries for a while, and just be together. Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. I feel like this is the vibe your person's going to come in on, take you out somewhere, forget about everything you went through, and just have fun, reconnect like you used to on that deeper level. Wow. That's literally the last message. I can't even. So, it's coming in way faster than you think. This is what I mean. Even in this reading, Divine Masculine has been so direct. Someone's Divine Masculine is a magician. We had the Magician card earlier. Manifester. This person knows how to manifest. They are manifesting you back into their life faster than I can even give you this reading. Literally. I wish you would take me back. So, of course, this isn't going to resonate for everyone, but for a lot of you, if you know your divine masculine's already cut off all the past relationships or anything, anyone holding you back from being with you, and you've done the same, this person is rushing in to finally, and honestly, I ever had this message come out in a reading, but finally, divine masculine, it's their turn to heal your heart, divine feminine, after how much you've done for your divine masculine, how much you put up with during the separation, or just how much you allowed them the space to grow and to truly be themselves, to be with the karmic. Divine feminine, applaud to you if you know you allowed your person, even though you knew that was your person, to go date others, to go experience life, to really truly realize that they were supposed to be with you. That takes a strong ASS woman right there, and you definitely don't hear that enough. And your masculine knows this. And of all the people that they could have dealt with, there was no one that ever compared to your strength, your wisdom, your unconditional love, and most importantly, the deep bond that the two of you shared, from being lovers to best friends to just having that deep connection. So now, ultimately, with this final message, they're literally admitting, and never have I ever seen that in the divine masculine reading, but it's their turn to heal your heart, and they want to take full accountability for this. They want to do that. And look at that. That's probably going to be the first thing that they'll say to you. Either, let's talk about the future, I want to heal your heart, and they're hoping you'll take them back. So we're going to leave that reading right there. I mean, that was such a beautiful message. Okay, I'm a little nosy. There's two more sitting here. Let's just see what it is. I'm like, wow. Okay, wow. This one already came out, so this is double, and we've only had two that have been a double, so they definitely want to propose to you. They want to take this to the next level. You deserve better than I'm able to give you at this moment. I'm just trying to get my life in order to give you the love I know you deserve. And that's it. Cutting off those final karmic cycles. They're closing any old chapters of any unwritten books that they don't want to be a part of anymore. And they're choosing love, and they're choosing their divine feminine. So thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. This was honestly such a beautiful message to deliver. And whoever this resonates for, as a reader, I can tell that this person just has so much love for you. And so ultimately, the one message I would just love to convey as a reader is to try and forgive them. If you know this is your person, forgiveness is key, and move forward in love. And don't let yourself hold yourself back from having this new start with this person. Because for some of you, you're so terrified that they could hurt you, or them too. But ultimately, that's the only thing that could block this beautiful union from literally being the most successful relationship of both of your lives with that Wheel of Fortune. Like, luck turning together for the two of you. So, wow. That's a true soulmate twin bond. Soulmate. That is a true, okay, maybe some of you it's a soulmate, but I was going to say that is a true twin flame bond right there, because that's what we were saying. We've had so many indications of twin with the twos and all this, and just the fact that you pick up on each other's energy. Yeah. I'm going to leave that right there. Jaw dropped. Absolutely a beautiful reading. Just allow the universe to bring this person in. And for those that were looking at the other ones, check out maybe some of the songs everyone posted in the chat there. It says, I communicate to you through music. And Spirit just said one of you is literally going to get this notification like ASAP. So really, really hilarious. Thank you so much, everyone that tuned in. You guys are awesome. So good. Thank you so much to the new members that joined. Sharon, welcome to the community. Thank you so much to all the donations, and amazing to see all the returning subs and members. And I'll catch you hopefully tomorrow or the next day with another update, but I really hope this reading could resonate for you. And sending light and blessings to each of you. Take care.